everybody? Welcome to another episode of Spring Fever with me, XFL Jim, joined by my co-host Eric, Uncle Rico in recovery mode. Still feeling the effects.
Dude, Bulgarians don't mess around, dude. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. I think that's a normal saying.
I mean, dude, it's just, yeah. You know what? I came, I saw, I drank too much. It was good.
Did you have a good time?
You know what, dude? I had a blast. And here's a little thing about me, Jimbo. I'm not a fun forcer. I'm not a forcer of fun, but people have fun when they're around me, and there's a lot of fun to be had on Saturday night.
Beautiful. You ready to talk some XFL, some XLeague, some CFL? We got a little bit of dribbling in each league to do today. Let's start off with the XFL. So we had a little video post after we did our show last week. So we got the team name leaks and everything like that. That's all underway. There's a potential quarterback situation going on right now. And we have the names of some quarterbacks who were at a certain meeting for the XFL, and we have some rumored locations. So we're going to go through these real quick and kind of like give our little thoughts and opinions. So Arlington, the Arlington Renegades. The rumor is Drew Plitt of Ball State fame. He was on the Bengals offseason. He got their tryouts and whatnot this year. He's probably the youngest guy in this class.
Yeah, 24 years old.
Yep.
Ball State QB. Was on the Bengals practice squad, second team All MAC. Decent, nothing real. Not my guy. I got
not eye popping, but it's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your guy right here. The DC Defenders, looking like they're going to be getting De'Aaron King of Houston fame.
Favorite team right there. That's my
automatically
new favorite team.
This is just a rumor, so it's whatever team De'Aaron King goes to, basically.
Okay. All right. Whatever team he goes to.
Oh, dude, if he goes to DC, that would be so perfect because the Houston colors, the red just works on him so well.
So, hey, real quick, do you put any stock in this that they're holding back announcing the team names and logos until after The Rock's new movie Black Adam?
When's Black Adam come out?
I don't know. Someone was just saying that.
I don't know when Black Adam comes out, so maybe.
Yeah.
I think they have to do it. I bet they do it before the end of the month. They have to do it before the end of the month. Because the draft is next month. The draft is in November.
Yeah.
So they have to do it before that at the very least. I think De'Aaron King's that's a great get.
That's a phenomenal get.
Looks like it's rumored to the Houston team. Brandon Silvers, he was in the XFL in 2020. He played for the Dragons. I always described him as someone who showed a lot of potential, but never quite played up to his full potential. I like what he has to offer, but he never really seems to reach his ceiling to me.
He's just kind of a guy.
I like him though.
Yeah.
I think it's a good get. I think that's
a little older,
fine.
but around the block.
Yeah.
28.
I think we saw him in Seattle. We saw him in 2020. It's what you're getting with Brandon Silvers, and hope is what you're getting. You're getting some hope.
He was the New Orleans Bowl MVP.
Hey, you can take that home with you. Up next, for the Vegas Vipers, we have Jalen McClendon from Baylor University.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't know too much about Jalen. Graduated from Baylor in 2018. Played at NC State most of his college career.
Okay. All right.
Seems pretty decent. Seems fairly good. Similar to Drew Plitt. Like, it's a name. It's a pretty decent name, but doesn't pop your eyes out.
Not yet. I got you.
For the Orlando team, excuse me. Looks like we're getting DeAndre Francois. Everyone knows him from Florida State. He's been spending the most, I'd say his most prominent roles have been in the fan-controlled football league recently, the last 2 seasons of that. I think it's a good get. Big body,
big
good
body.
quarterback.
He was pretty hyped. Had a couple good games, one good season at Florida State.
Yeah. He was the biggest example for me of guy who got decimated by that terrible offensive line.
Yeah. Offensive line, bad. Not the best coaching.
No, terrible coaching. Up next for the St. Louis Battlehawks, it looks like they're getting Ryan Willis, the champion of the spring leagues last season. It's just an all-around good quarterback. Like the guy, like the move. He's a small college quarterback, which is always nice for these kinds of leagues. He's still looking to prove something. This guy has heart. He's got a lot of fight in him.
But does he have grit?
I think so. I think he does have grit.
I like him.
For your San Antonio Brahmas, you have Jawan Pass from Louisville. Puma Pass, baby.
Hate him. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it.
You don't like him, or you just don't like San Antonio stuff?
I just don't like San Antonio.
I like Jawan Pass. I like that they're getting these recognizable college names.
I've decided I just hate San Antonio.
Like the city?
Yeah, I just hate it.
Eric, Uncle Rico, officially, as of this moment, anti-San Antonio.
I'm anti-San Antonio.
You bastard.
I know.
Seattle, the Seattle quote-unquote Sea Dragons, the worst name in the league. One Steven Montez from Colorado, Stevie Montez. I like this get.
Yeah.
He showed a lot of promise. He was one of the only things making Colorado go. It was him and Laviska Shenault just making that offense work.
Mm-hmm. I like that too. That's a good get.
I'm saying I like the move of like getting these recognizable college quarterbacks. There is one notable name missing from here that was at the meeting. Brian Scott, former, I'm not going to say former. He is still probably the preemptive starter for the USFL, the Philadelphia Stars. So I don't know what the whole situation is with that. But we've already seen some coaching staff leave for the XFL. I'm wondering if players also migrate to the XFL. I wonder how these leagues sort of cannibalize each other, because the USFL has also been picking up free agents left and right. So,
yeah,
interesting.
You know what? Interesting. I like it. I'm excited for the league. I wish it would get here sooner.
I can't wait to cover the draft in November. It's gonna be a 24-hour erection. Okay. Anything else on the quarterbacks, Eric?
Go to the ER for those, my friend.
No, I don't. I don't. Let's get to the X League. Let's get to these spreads. I got my paper out right here. We're gonna write up some of these spreads. Game number 1, and just so everyone remembers, I will be live streaming these games the night of, so Friday night, Saturday night, and it looks like Sunday night because they do have a Monday game. The Deers versus Old Mitsubishi is going to be Monday, so it's going to be a long weekend for old Jim here. Game number 1. The Tokyo Gas are taking on the Obic Seagulls. Obic's the home team. I'm going to make Obic. I got to make him. Tokyo Gas is really bad. I got to make Obic like a 44.5 point favorite.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
What are you taking there?
I mean,
I'm gonna list your picks too.
You're gonna make it a 44 favorite.
44.5.
And they just lost 49-0.
The Gas did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? 44 is a lot. I'll take the plus 44.5.
Okay. I'll say Gas plus 44 for Eric on that one. Game number 2, the Fukuoka Suns versus the Elecom Kobe Phoenix. I like this game. This should be a pretty interesting and fun game. I'm going to take Elecom. I'm going to take a minus 17 here.
Yeah. I co-sign on that.
Okay, so you are on Elecom minus 17. The Asahi Beer versus the Panasonic Impulse. Impulse, probably the second best team in this league. Beer, decent, but not great. I'm going to take the Panasonic Impulse minus 37.5.
Yeah, Panasonic, I'll lay the points. Mark, it's not just in how good they are, Jimbo.
They're good, but I don't know, man.
Mark is not adjusting, Jim.
I feel like I'm adjusting. I feel like I'm getting this a little bit better. I don't have that many more weeks to get good at this. We're already on week 3, and there's only 5 weeks. Up next, the Fujitsu Frontiers taking on the Acai Beverage. Don't get those mixed up, everybody. There's the Acai Beer and the Acai Beverage. Don't fuck around and get those mixed up. I will come for you. It's Fujitsu, man. I'm gonna make Fujitsu like,
yeah.
They're minus whatever. They're minus infinity. They're gonna win by whatever they want. I'm gonna take Fujitsu. I'm gonna put a number on it. I'm gonna say Fujitsu. I think Acai Beverage is decent. I think they score. I'm gonna take Fujitsu minus. Fucking hell, 40. I'm gonna say 47 and a half.
38. Yeah, I'll take a minus the points.
Okay, minus 47 and a half. I'm gonna say Eric also picks Fujitsu. Up next, we have Nojima Sajimahara versus IBM Big Blue. Another potentially close game. I think IBM should be the favorite, especially at home. I'm going to make IBM a 14.5 point favorite at home.
Well, you know what? I'll side with you on that one too, Jimbo.
Okay. Minus 14.5. Last game, the Deers versus Old Mitsubishi. These are the two maybe worst teams in the league, and I love the Deers. But Mitsubishi is at home. That is something to kind of factor in. I'm going to take Old Mitsubishi. I'm gonna list them as a 3.5 point favorite at home.
You know what? When two shitty teams play each other, I always take the team getting points.
Take those Deers. I love that. Plus 3.5 there. So, Eric, once again, your picks will be. Did you take the gas in the first game? Plus 44.5?
I did.
Okay, so Eric, Uncle Rico is on the gas plus 44.5, Elecom minus 17, Panasonic minus 37.5, Fujitsu minus 47.5, IBM minus 14.5, and the Deers plus 3.5. Those are some big spreads, buddy.
Dude, shoot, my friend.
Yeah, the XLeague. What was that last week's score of Fujitsu versus Gas was embarrassing.
49-0.
Oh, Acai Beverage played it. So Fujitsu played. Who the hell they play? Oh, the Suns. They won 69-21.
Okay, easy over.
Easy over. I mean, you could bet the over on. I think I can't think of a total that you could have placed last week that every game except for the last 2 wouldn't go over. Like 35-49, you couldn't set a total high enough. 21-69, you're not setting an 80 point total.
Yeah.
7-55. 21-31, and then you had 19-17, and then 14-14, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I will be live streaming these. I'm going to invite a lot of people. Anyone can jump on if they want. But it's going to be a very interesting time. The XLeague season marches on. This is basically the halfway point
of their 5-game season.
I don't understand why it's so short this year. I don't get it.
You know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Moving on to the CFL. Before we break down the games, there was a little coaching movement after last week. Mr. La Police, head coach of the Ottawa Red Blacks, has been let go, has been fired. I think it's due.
Yeah. Disappointment season.
Disappointing like couple of seasons, and the fact that like this Red Blacks team has a lot of talent based also like they have a lot of talent combined with the East being as gettable as it's ever been. Hamilton having a down year. Like that just leaves the door open that the fact that they probably won't make the playoffs. It's just not a great look for the Red Blacks.
No, I'm looking at possible replacement. It says Bob Dice, current special teams coordinator from Mike Bevels, current defensive coordinator.
You always kind of wonder if Mike Riley is ever going to dip his toes back in the CFL, the league he's probably had the most success in.
I'll be honest, dude. I think they need to just go outside of the box. Now, I don't want to say outside of the box, but outside of house.
Yeah, probably go like outside organization.
Yeah, outside the house. So
maybe look at a DC though. I don't know. I just think the firings do. So do you want to hear these playoff scenarios going on right now?
how about Mark Washington, the defensive coordinator of the Tiger Cats?
Maybe. That's not a bad pick.
You know, like
I don't hate that.
Look at Uncle Rico just kind of sitting over here. All right.
Uncle Rico.
All right. Let's dive into these games, my friend.
Okay. Well, I want to go through the playoff scenarios right now.
My fault.
Where we're going right now.
My bad.
So the Week 18 playoff scenarios for the 109th Grey Cup in Saskatchewan, in Regina. Winnipeg win and BC loss this week equals Winnipeg clinches first place in the West Division. Okay. So if the Bombers win and the Lions lose, the Bombers get first place guaranteed.
Okay.
The Bombers can only finish first and second. They cannot finish third.
Okay.
They've already secured a playoff spot. An Edmonton loss or a Rough Riders win equals Edmonton is officially eliminated from playoffs.
Somehow Edmonton's still alive and kicking.
Somehow Edmonton is still alive in the East Division. So basically, like, Calgary, I think, can finish second or third.
Yep.
And BC can finish first, second, or third. All three of those are locked into the playoffs. The CFL has this weird thing where they can get cross-divisional, like, playoff teams. So, like, Saskatchewan can sneak into the East as a playoff team, which is weird.
Yeah.
So the East Division, here's what it looks like. Montreal wins. Montreal clinches a home playoff. They finish no worse than second place. They will get a home playoff game. An Ottawa loss and a Saskatchewan win means that Ottawa is eliminated from playoffs.
Okay.
So also still not out of it. So Winnipeg secured a spot. Toronto clinched a home playoff date for the second straight season. So Toronto's in, Winnipeg's in, Calgary's in, BC's in. Here's the crossover rule. If the fourth place team in Division A, A4, has more points than the third place team in Division B, they can't be tied. A4 will cross over and take the place of B3. So if the fourth place team in the West, being probably Saskatchewan, has more points than the third place team in the East, probably Hamilton or Ottawa, that means Saskatchewan takes their place.
You know what, dude? I don't mind that.
It's to get the best teams in there, and I get it. Like the West is stacked compared to the East. Like, so the teams in the West, you have it's insane, the division divide.
The only thing is, how funny it would be if the Rough Riders go over there and just go through it.
That'd be very funny.
I mean, that'd be insanely funny.
Now you ready to cap some games? Because these are, you talking about some must-win scenarios?
Yeah.
These are must-win for a lot of teams. We're in that stage right now. October 7th, the Saskatchewan Roughriders head to Hamilton, where the Ticats are -2.5 favorites. Plus 115 on the money line for the Roughriders. Over under set at 49. Baby.
Two teams need to win. I'll take the team getting the points.
That's a fire game. I'm going to take Hamilton -1 first half.
Okay.
That's my play in this game.
All right. Now, what is the Lions' current situation?
Probably Vernon Adams, quarterback still. I don't think Nathan Rourke is at risk of coming back yet.
So are they just going to sit Rourke to the end then?
Probably till playoffs.
Okay.
Right. I would assume that they want to be extra safe and just sit him till playoffs.
Okay.
That would be my assumption. I'm not exactly sure, but I think they roll with Vernon Adams this week. So BC +1.5 at Toronto. Toronto 1.5 point favorites. Money line for BC +105. Over under set at 48.5. Toronto coming off of an embarrassing loss to Calgary, where the only points Toronto scored were Calgary giving them points by fair catching in the end zone.
Yeah. After that shellacking, I kind of want to take Toronto. I'm not going to lie.
I know. I think this is a bounce back spot for Toronto. I kind of want to take the Argos -1.5 here too.
Yeah, I lean Toronto.
I'm going to take a -1.5. Edmonton Elks on the road heading to Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. The Bombers are 13-point favorites. Oh, boy. Plus 475 on the money line for Edmonton. Over under set at 50.5. Edmonton loses this game. They are officially eliminated. I thought they were eliminated earlier. I wasn't
What's
doing
the
good
L?
math. Plus 13, give it to me. Give me the Elks.
Yeah, I'll take them.
They are feistier than fuck. They were the better team last week against Montreal. They found a way to lose that game.
Yeah, I agree.
I love the Elks
I
here. Plus
concur,
13.
Jim, you know what? I concur with you. It breaks my
God damn.
heart. Breaks my heart, Jimbo, but I concur.
God damn. They could have snapped that home losing record. Ottawa also on the road versus the same Montreal Alouettes. Alouettes 6.5-point favorites. Plus 220 on the money line for the Red Blacks. Over under at 47.5.
Hey, team making a coaching change. Red Blacks not at home. Give me Ottawa straight up.
Yeah, I actually might do that too. I might sprinkle a little on that money line.
Ottawa straight up, my friend.
Do you have any dirty plays for us this week? Because I'm with you too.
You want a little something dirty?
You know what? I got something dirty. Ah, God, I really don't want to take the Rough Riders.
All right, this is my dirty play. This is going to be a dirty parlay, Jim. Are you ready for the sweetness that I'm going to lay out for you right now? Pulling up the old sports book right here, typing in CFL. I'm going to take. Oh, dude, they don't have first half lines up yet.
That's gross, but here's mine. I got it right here for you. Hamilton -1 first half. Ottawa money line. Elks plus 13. Argos money line. Plus 19.99.
All right. Let me see. Let me go to a different sports book here. Let me go to a more dependable sports book than the sports book I was just looking at. Football. Let's go game lines. We're gonna go.
Do I also just go full risk it to biscuit and round robin all the dogs money line?
We're gonna take boom.
No, I don't.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
What are we doing, Eric? You madman.
We did Ottawa plus 220, Tiger Cats -1 first half. Oh shoot. Hold on, I'm sorry.
God damn it, Eric.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
We're going. All right, this is what we're doing.
Give it to me.
We are going for plus 2233. Ottawa plus 220 for the game. Tiger Cats -1 for the first half. Edmonton Elks plus 7 for the first half, and Toronto -1.5 for the game.
Ooh, baby. Okay, I like that. Favorite play out of all four?
Ottawa plus the points.
Yeah, that's probably mine too.
This
I like
Princess Cheerleader they're showing on the UCFL.
I think that's all we got in the tank right now. This has been Spring Fever, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Eric, where can the people find you?
Well, they can find me and you this Saturday, 11 a.m.
Twice.
11 a.m. in God's time. We got Kansas. We got TCU. We got some special guests lined up. You know, we got Kansas going for a bowl game. One of my friends, she is going to College Game Day. She will be sending us live action photos that can be put up on the stream, Jimbo. How does that make you feel?
That makes me very happy.
You know, we'll be here, you know, looking forward to it. And, you know, it's always good when you say something on tape and it comes true. And you know what? One of my big predictions was Kansas making a bowl game.
I'm going to sweat this one out. I feel like I have to actively bet against Kansas every game from here on out.
Are we still seeing a 7.5?
I think so.
Are we still seeing a 7.5 in the marketplace?
I think so, but we'll talk about that later. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week for another episode of Spring Fever. Bye-bye.